Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time. Good morning, it's Evan Carmichael, and I am not a morning person. But if you stay consistent on having a great morning routine that inspires you, it will change your life. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee, know that I believe in you, and get ready for a shot of Entspresso from one of our standout clips from this year. Cheers.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso, keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
What is it about hypnotism that makes it work? Is it that people, the things that are them up are like buried deep in the subconscious? Like, why hypnotism? Why was that the radical breakthrough?
Hypnosis is the actual grandfather of even psychotherapy. People think hypnotherapy is the poor relative and it's come along, and it's actually in front of everything. A lot of hypnotherapists don't understand what hypnotherapy really means. And what it means is you can shut down the critical part of your mind that goes, oh, I could never speak in public. Oh, I could never live without donuts. That bit shuts down. And while it shuts down, you can excite the imagination and tell people stuff they simply don't think they could do. So I'll give you an example. I was recently having a medical procedure and the nurse said, oh my God, we all know you. And we have this kid and he can't go in the scanner. He's terrified. And I said, oh, I'll show you what to do. And in 5 minutes, he was loving being in that scanner. Because I taught him, listen, it's how you talk to yourself. If you go, I feel like I'm in a coffin here and I'm ill and now I'm in the scanner and it's reminding me that I could die. And why would you talk to yourself like that? What you say is, I love this. This is amazing. I've got half an hour to chill out. And so people don't understand that what makes hypnosis powerful is powerful words, but they got to be super powerful, really dynamic, incredibly relevant, and absolutely up to date. And if you combine that powerful language with shutting down the critical part that goes, you could never do that. Who's going to want you? You've got 4 kids and cellulite. If you shut that bit down and then add in exciting, you can have anything you want. But most people either don't understand about shutting the bit down or they don't understand the language. So without diminishing other therapists, I see a lot of people who say things like, now you might just want to think about being calm. It's like, what? WTF? That's not exciting. Or they say things like, today you're going to find it easier not to eat cake. And I'm like, come on, we can do way better than that. Excite the imagination. Tell people you love saying no to cake. It thrills you to pick an apple. It elates you to see the scales going down and your six-pack emerging because you are motivated and committed and compelled to say no to sugar. And if you understand the mind, it does what you tell it. That's its job. And if you tell it better stuff, you have an amazing life. And if you tell it mediocre stuff, you have a mediocre life.
The only thing that matters is what you say about yourself to yourself when you're by yourself. Self-love, self-confidence, self-respect comes from you feeling proud of yourself, from you feeling like you are a winner. But if the voice inside your head is negative, it doesn't matter how much accolades and how much recognition you get from the outside world, you will always play small because you don't believe in yourself. So I've adopted a strategy in my life called It's the Best. Whenever something is negative, whenever somebody else would see it as negative, or the immediate thought in my head is this sucks, I've trained myself, coached myself, conditioned myself to say, this is the best. This negative, toxic, crazy, difficult, impossible situation, it's the best. It started off when I was on this airplane ride from Vancouver to LA. I was speaking at an event and there was this really smelly guy next to me. And I couldn't move. There was no extra seats on the plane. And so I'm stuck next to this guy for 5 hours or however long that flight is. And he was really smelly. And I'm sure he didn't want to be smelly. And I'm not attacking him as a person. But I still had to deal with it. And I could have been negative and upset and frustrated and complain, at least internally. But instead, after complaining for 8 seconds, I said, this is the best. This is the first time it came to me. This is the best. This smelly dude next to me is the best. And so I leaned over next to him. And I just, not awkwardly so he could see that, like, what is this guy doing? But I breathed it in. Because that smelly guy was not stronger than me. That smelly guy could not break me. And I left feeling like a champ. I got off the plane feeling like I'm amazing, which then made my speech even that much better when I got to LA. And ever since then, I've tried to take that same approach. When my wife and I were driving through this Texas desert and there were miles of cattle, same thing happened. All of a sudden, all this crazy smell came in from the cows who've been, excreting their business across the desert. And my first thought was, are you kidding me? Now I gotta drive more miles through this crazy desert of cows everywhere? And my wife reminded me, this is the best. Like, you're right. Breathe it in. I love it. I'm stronger. I'm stronger than this cow smell, right? I'm stronger than the Doritos, right? I moved my office around. Damn the Doritos, right? That's why these are here. Damn the Doritos. This giant bag of Doritos. That's why it's right here in my office. It's the best. When I broke my neck on my tour last year and I had a concussion and 2 spots in my neck were broken and compressed my spine, it's the best. It's the best. If it's an ongoing thing that is a constant problem in your life, then maybe your life is broken. We need to fix that. But in these micro moments, when you're faced with something that feels impossible and overwhelming and you don't know how to get out of it, saying it's the best puts you into a state of resourcefulness. And it's what I always consistently try to do. I'm not 100%. It's also why I have this sleeve on. This sleeve is a reminder to stay in a beautiful state constantly. It's the best sleeve. And so it's bright, it's in my face, I see it, it's a constant reminder. When I'm out in public, people ask me about it. What is it? Are you covering up a tattoo? When I'm on stage, people think that it is a tattoo. Like, no, it's just my reminder to say it's the best, to be in a beautiful state as much as humanly possible. And I'm not perfect and you're not perfect, but it's moving that line of how often you get frustrated and are using language that makes you feel worse about yourself to saying, no, this is the best. I'm more than capable of handling this problem in front of me. This is my chance to show myself and the world what I'm capable of. It's the best. Okay, so how do you do it? How to use more powerful language to help you build your self-confidence, self-belief, self-love. I'm gonna give you 3 strategies that I think will help. But before that, if you want my 254 on self-love to learn how to, for the next 254 days, get an email to your inbox with a new unlisted video all about helping you build your self-love, it's free. The link to join is in the description below.
Successful people do what they hate to get to where they want to be. Doesn't matter how talented you are, if you don't have self-belief, you're not going to get anywhere.
Okay, so let's get to it. The strategies, the 3 steps to use more powerful language to start to believe in yourself more. Step number 1 is say it's the best. I challenge you right now to think about some negative situation that's happening to you right now. It could be somebody in your family who's hating on your success. Somebody in your family who's hating on your lack of success. You feeling not good enough. You stumbling up against some obstacle. Like, what's the biggest obstacle, challenge, roadblock in your life right now that feels overwhelming, impossible, never gonna get out of? What is that for you right now? Hold it in your mind and then tell yourself, this is the best. Even if you don't quite believe it yet, this is the best. This is the best. This is the best. This is my chance to show myself and the world what I'm capable of. This is the best. And that might sound crazy, and maybe I look crazy explaining it, but that is legit what I do. And here's why it's so powerful and important. It's not for you to then go off and be a crazy person. It's for you to shift your mindset to one of resourcefulness. Because when you are being overwhelmed by a problem and you're telling yourself you can't do it, you feel there's no hope. You're not being resourceful at all. There's no solution. You can't get out. And so you feel suffocated, enclosed, hopeless. You're never going to create an amazing life for yourself or even just solve that problem by feeling like that. By feeling trapped and hopeless, that's not where your creativity will come from. But as soon as you flip it, as soon as you feel like there's some hope, as soon as you feel like you are resourceful, that flips a switch in your brain to go off and actually find a solution for the problem. Don't believe me? Just try it. That problem in your head right now, stop the video, say it's the best, say it a couple times, really try to believe it a little bit, and then see what ideas come to you to actually solve the problem. It's the best. Step number 2 is tie your self-worth to your effort, not the results. One of the biggest reasons why people don't take bigger risks, don't believe in themselves more, don't go and chase down their dreams is because when they first start, they're not getting results. When you tie your self-worth to winning, you're only gonna do things that you know you're gonna win at. Therefore, you play small for life because you're only gonna enter the races that you know you're gonna win. So you're gonna race against 3-year-olds for the rest of your life. Yay, I won. But you know you could do a lot more. If you tied your self-worth to the effort, to every day getting up and trying your best and doing your darndest to go off and actually win, most days you may not win because you're trying, you're learning, you're failing, you're experimenting. But if you're proud of your effort every day, that's going to lead to so much more net winning. The people that you love, look up to, respect, your heroes, failed a lot more than they won. They're constantly failing. They're failing every single day because they're tying their self-worth. Sure, they want to win. I want to win all the time. I want to get 10 million subscribers on my YouTube channel. I want to blow up everything I touch. I want it to be amazing. But I don't expect to bust out my first time through. I expect to suck. But I'm tying my self-worth, my self-love, my self-belief to my willingness to get up every day and attack it. And I'm measuring my progress. Did I learn? Did I get better? Am I improving? So practice that today. Put your max effort out. And even if you don't get a result, you pat yourself on the back. Say, I'm super proud of my effort. Let's do it again tomorrow. And step number 3 is reverse scary, difficult, or hard. So those are 3 words. This video is about language as well, right? So those are 3 words that whenever I hear myself say, I have to then go do it. So if I say something is scary, difficult, or hard, those 3 magic words means I have to go do that thing. Scary, difficult, and hard are not acceptable reasons for not taking action. The fact that I set them, the fact that you're thinking them, means you have to do it. Because this is how it happens. You don't want to teach yourself that you come up with an idea, it's scary, and then you don't do it. It's scary, I don't do it. It's difficult, I don't do it. It's hard, I don't do it. You're teaching yourself that you suck. The cycle in your head is an ongoing negative downward spiral saying, I can come up with great ideas. You know you're not going to do it because it's scary, because it's difficult, because it's hard. And so that's not a muscle you just flip overnight. It's an ongoing process. But think about it in your head. The next time you say scary, difficult, or hard, next time you're thinking scary, difficult, or hard, teach yourself. Teach yourself. It's probably not going to work out. I'm probably going to suck. But because I said it was difficult, now I have to do it. Just because that's the kind of person you are. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're going to enjoy. But before that, question of the day, I want to know, what is one thing you've been putting off because it's scary, difficult, or hard that you are going to take head on today? Let me know. Inspire me. Tell me down in the comments below. And if you're still here watching, you made it this far in a video and you promise to take action after watching it. We don't just watch videos, we do something in our life about them. Give me a hashtag believe down in the comments below. I want to celebrate you.
Close your eyes for me for a moment, and I want you to hear this. I give all meaning to everything I see. Breathe. Okay. I want you to take that thought out of here with you, so that as you go back into your life, that you remember, I give all meaning to everything I see. If I see myself as broken, wounded, damaged, crazy, stupid, whatever, I give meaning to that. So if I want my life to have a new meaning, let me pick thoughts and images that support who I am.
If you want to know why Marisa Peer says you should not aim to be perfect, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
Thoughts are things. What you speak and think and say without realizing your mind is working so hard to make that your reality, even if it's super negative.